The TLS number 3. I'd like to thank you all for joining in today. Unfortunately, Sale has gone AWOL, and Cat's Paw is pretty sick. He's unable to speak for himself. So you guys will have to deal with me, unfortunately. Some of you guys like me, some of you guys don't. But that's okay. But of course, we will have a ZVP here. It's going to be Dewalt as your yellow Protoss against trutacz as your white Zerg. Whew! I'm just gonna take a sip of some water here. I'm just gonna be quiet for a little bit. Give myself some breathing room. Delicious water. Dewalt scouting in the right direction, and I like the scouting pattern of Dewalt. You're going to see trutacz Overlord. So trutacz will know where Dewalt knows what trutacz is, and trutacz will know what Dewalt is. Overpool coming out here for trutacz. Spawning pool well on his way here. Dewalt scouts it. So, what will Dewalt go for? We've seen in the NSL finals, Bisu going for forward gateways. But it looks like Dewalt's going to play standard here. He's just going to go for the Forge Nexus cannon. Very respectable, regardless. We have the Mexican standoff here between the drone and the probe. The probe's actually doing quite a good job of beating up that drone. Oh, nice block there by Dewalt. That's going to block off the hatchery. But Dewalt does let the hatchery go up, and trutacz actually going to take a third as well at the far side of the map here on the right side. Meanwhile, 4 Zerg did spawn here for trutacz. He's going to skip the probe, let the last 2 Zerg deal with it, and head straight for Dewalt's natural. Dewalt going for double cannons. He will be safe. This is perfectly acceptable here. First cannon will be up in time, though. The question is, will the second cannon be? It's going to be a little bit difficult here. Might have to use that second probe to block it off. But there's that gateway, though. And finally, that last probe is going to block off this gap, little gap here. They're coming out here. Meanwhile, trutacz trying to see if he can find any opening. He's going to go for the run by. I don't know if this is actually going to work, and it will work. Two Zerg get themselves inside the main base here. Nicely done by trutacz. Going to let himself get a lot of scouting information. Even more importantly, there's always the opportunity that he can definitely kill a couple probes. He should get at least 1 probe kill here. Oh, this probe could go down. But first probe does go down. Dewalt in a little bit of trouble. True probe trying to microwave these Zerglings, but that's not the best idea, Dewalt. That is not the best idea. Gateway already out for Dewalt. He needs to start producing that Zealot as soon as he can. He doesn't have the minerals for it. That's the problem. He's trying to make sure that he keeps up with his timing. Dewalt. There you go. Finally, the Zealot will come out here for Dewalt. The trutacz could have to give himself another probe kill. Oh, 1 Zerg does go down, and that probe still lives. Oh, no, trutacz! 1 more click! 1 HP! Oh, 1 HP left on that probe. That is the luckiest day of that probe's career. And that Zerg finally will go down, but... Oh, I like this from Dewalt, though. Somehow Dewalt managed to sneak a probe inside the main base. He could definitely start building like a... No, he can't. I think Yeah, Trutacz knows what's up. He knows. Scouting for that probe with his Zerg, not letting Dewalt go for the hitting cannons. Oh, look at this though. Trutacz looking for this probe, but he can't find it. Meanwhile, first Zealot already now out for Dewalt, moving his way to the third base. Spire now on his way now for Trutacz. Where's the Stargate? Stargate coming up now. Citadel as well. Nicely done. I really hope this isn't another long game. We really did push the limit with that Baku Radley game. Trutacz sends a bunch of Zerg across the map here. I'm going to pressure the not really pressure anything, just hold this ground here outside the bridge of the wall. +1 ground weapon spinning. No air weapons for Dewalt though. He's going straight for the Templar Archives. Of course, that Force Corsair is now out for the Overlord. This Overlord should go down, but he's definitely got all the scouting information he needed to get the scout here. Trutacz getting his macro hatchery both at his third and at his natural. Spire almost completed for Trutacz. 1 kill already on this Corsair. Going to start searching for more Overlords he can find. Normally you would want to use the first Corsair to scout the Zerg, but I think Dewalt is confident enough knowing that he knows what Trutacz is up to. He can just start going for Overlord hunting while he can. Totally acceptable. Look at it though. Here comes the Scourge though. The first round of Scourge did spawn for Trutacz, and Dewalt needs to be very careful not to lose his first Corsair. It can be very problematic if you let the Zerg take control of the air this early on. We've seen many Protoss players lose games as a result. Okay, the Corsair will live, fair enough. The Scourges, a couple Scourges will die. Well, they're very cheap units, so it's not too bad. The SimCity starting to build up here now for Trutacz. Get in the Evolution Chamber and the 2 Sunkens behind it. And here comes the Corsair now. Corsair is going to be scouting out, see what Trutacz has. Not really anything that much. Look at it though. The Corsair is not going to chase down the Corsair once. The Scourges are going to chase down the Corsairs once again. I am starting to lose my brain. We've been casting for the last 3 hours now. This could potentially be a 4th hour. And this is an interesting push here by Dewalt. Archon Zealot push here. 3 Zealots, but you're going to end an Archon. The +1 should be kicking in pretty soon. So this is going to be actually pretty nice timing. But he needs to wait for the rest of his units to come in. 3 more Dragoons coming in right now. This may not work though. I don't think Dewalt may be able to get this to work. If he does have the Dragoons though, they can definitely start focus firing down the forward buildings here. As you can see, there's really no way that Trutacz can save the Evolution Chamber nor the hatchery at this point. He just doesn't have enough units for it. But I don't think Dewalt can really push himself past this sunken colony line. In the meantime, Trutacz taking his 4th right now. So Trutacz is really looking to go for the late game here. He's going to play that very slow macro management Zerg. Yeah, he's going to produce a bunch of mutos. Interesting touch choice of Trutacz here. Delaying his Hydras even more by going for these mutos. Again, it's a very Dragoon heavy army. That may not be the best choice by Trutacz. We'll have to find out. Dewalt backs up knowing that he already did a lot of damage to Trutacz here. Losing that hatchery is quite a big deal. You're going to see what he can get at the third base here. Oh, nice sunken colony snipe there by Dewalt. Man, these Dragoons have been quite annoying. Even more mutas are being produced here by Trutacz, but he's going to lose his hatchery and his sunken Hydra Den once again. Trutacz, what is your game plan now? Oh, look at this though. Trutacz going to go for the counterattack actually. This may or may not work. Trutacz has 4 bases, but he lost a lot of his SimCity. Let's see what Trutacz's response will be. He has a lot of mutas. He could definitely make something happen here. But Dewalt already preemptively building cannons in preparation for this, so the mutas harass may or may not work here. He has a random drone, perhaps ready to go for the Queen's Nest. Ooh, nice probe snipe there. Dewalt being forced to pull back his Overlord, rather his Dragoons. This is a big problem though. Dewalt already has Corsairs out to deal with these mutas, and the mutas are going to be forced to back off here. They do have the +1 Corsairs, or the +1, yeah, Carapace out for themselves. It's going to make them pretty beefy. Look at this though. More are going to go down, and Trutacz is really feeding his mutas to Dewalt. I'm not sure if this is the best idea. Obviously not though. But Trutacz does have 4 bases. He definitely can work with this way with that. Losing 2 hatcheries though is going to be a pretty big deal. It's going to start to slowly become larva starved. Random DT moved across the map here. Let's see if Zerg notices it. Does the Zerg notice there's a random DT? What does Trutacz have in his natural? He has a bunch of Overlords, so he should be fine there. Looks like Dewalt's just going to send his DT to 6. And just leave it there as well. Meanwhile, Dewalt's actually taking his own 3rd, and Trutacz can't really deal with it because he went for the mutas. At the same time, though, Dewalt already had Archon and a bunch of Dragoons, and let's not forget he also has Corsairs as well. So it feels like Dewalt already went for the natural counter to Trutacz's build. Oh man, this is quite problematic for Trutacz. Trutacz going to once again go for the dive here. A lot of pulling money. That's a lot of Scourging. This actually be pretty big. Fantastic Scourge Michael there by Trutacz. Going to finally take down all these Corsairs. One still trying to do his best to live. And it will go down. The first one did just spawn, and Trutacz trying to micro as much as he can. But look at this though. Here comes the Dragoon. Back into reinforcement. Trutacz will have to back off once again. His Mutacon is really starting to dwindle down. But can he get this last of the Corsair? He will get that last Corsair and fall back. He's finally starting to add additional hatcheries to his bases here. But Dewalt does get a 3rd base up relatively quickly. You know, it's okay to let your Protoss player get the 3rd base if you're going for this 4-base turtle Zerg, but man, this is a pretty problem. There's still no hive out yet for Trutacz. He's really committing to this lair attack here. Nice Marco coming in by Trutacz. But a sniper Dragoon and a cannon. Probably get the 2nd cannon as well. Without much repercussion. Look at it. So the Corsair count already started to rebuild itself up. Not many probes get killed, and maybe like 1 or 2 from the splash damage. Or the glaives. Trutacz does have a lot of mutas. Let's not forget. That's quite a some about the mutas. Meanwhile, looking inside his main base, he has the additional hatchery coming down, additional evil chambers. So we're going to see Trutacz transition into the Hydra army, but no Queen's Nest yet, so no hive. It looks like Trutacz really wants to commit to this lair tech. He's going to try to maybe dive in once again with his Scourge Mutaflock. That's definitely a possibility. Meanwhile, Dewalt looking to expand to his 4th right now. Sending out a Zealot to clear it out. But he's going to get seen by Trutacz. Trutacz will snipe that probe. Trutacz, snipe it. Snipe the probe, please. Alright, guess not. Trutacz going to see if he can get his shot off here at the 3rd. That's not happening. Because look at this. Archon, all these Dragoons, +2 attack on it. Not happening. And why doesn't Trutacz clear this out? Trutacz, come on. Oh man, he didn't see it. I don't think Trutacz even knows about this. Oh, he finally did scout the DT though. And he will actually take his 5th. So he has that going for him. No hive yet. Overlord speed coming up, just not completed. Lurkers coming out now for 2-touch. So we're going to see the transition to the Hydras, but I don't know if you want to go Hydras against a very, very Dragoon heavy army. I feel like the better choice would be just go straight for the very early hive and just get a lot of Zerglings out. Because really, what are Dragoons supposed to do when they get surrounded by Zerglings? You know, it's already too late though for TrueTouch to take advantage of that. We can definitely still make things work with this Meatless Cloud. Oh, look at it though. Look at that huge skirt. Look at that huge Corsair count. Oh, shoot. Dewalt. Getting a couple of Corsairs down, but there's still a lot of Corsairs. Oh, man. Dewalt being quite a scary player. And here, he's actually going to go for the DT drop behind us. I like this decision making by Dewalt. Use this huge amount of Corsairs he has. Clear out the Meatless and the Overlords. He needs to be target firing the Overlord. That's a big important part. There are 2 Hydras here for defense, but they need to target fire. This is the last Overlord here before the DTs can come in. Finally, the DT can now come in. No more detection here. Ah, look at this though. Here comes the DTs. They're going to start working their magic right now. The drones are being pulled off the mineral line. And here comes more Overlords, but there's just simply way too many Corsairs. The DTs have to re-engage this. The +1s on the Corsairs just really melting these DTs down, or these meters down, and that actually might just be game. I'm not sure how TrueTouch can really deal with this. He had no detection inside his main base. He can definitely just lose all of his tech buildings here. There is that Queen's Nest, so if he wants to, he should definitely start at least getting his hive. Looks like TrueTouch is trying to get. Right, the Dewalt's getting a little bit greedy here. I'm not sure it's a good idea. He's actually going to go for the bus here with the Zealots. He has no detection. That's a bad idea. Meanwhile, they're going to be running by into the top right side of the map here, but there's already units to defend, so that will be handled worked with. And look at this huge Corsair cloud. And where are Dewalt's DTs? Did he have any DTs, or did he just lose them all? Oh my goodness, Dewalt! How could you just throw away your DTs like that? Meanwhile, TrueTouch getting fly capped once again, and I think Dewalt just throwing these Corsairs away. He had such a great DT drop, and then he just overextended with the DTs into the natural. A little bit of an overextension here as well by Dewalt. You know, Dewalt is just really letting TrueTouch get back into this game here. Some very careless mistakes. You know, he is very quite ahead. Already 4 mining bases here. No, gateway count starting to grow exponentially. A lot more DTs actually being made right now. Oh man. More DTs are being loaded here. Meanwhile, here comes the drop from TrueTouch. 4 Overlords. Not, oh, 5 Overlords actually. Not completely a Doom drop per se. Wait, this could definitely work it. Oh, and the Overlords get caught by the Corsairs. Sayonara. TrueTouch. Dewalt, kill off the Overlords, please. Oh, finally dropped. What happened? Hydras and Lurker coming down here. Lurker's being barreled. What do you start doing to DPS? No observers. Here's the observers, so this will get handily cleaned up. But look at this though. Look at all these DTs inside the main base of TrueTouch. If TrueTouch doesn't notice it, this could be quite problematic. Here comes the DTs. They can just kill everything here so quickly. 4 DTs, it's just crazy. I don't think TrueTouch will notice. He might be too busy trying to micro right now. Oh, he does notice. He knows that something is happening. But Dewalt trying to overextend once again. I think he's just clear out the tech buildings here. Don't go into the natural. Just get these buildings, get this Hydra done, get the Queen's Nest, get the spawning pool, and you win. Oh, you're going to go for the Evolution Chamber. It's also a very good choice to go for as well. Meanwhile, a big attack here by TrueTouch. Looks like a Doom drop happened. Looks like Dewalt actually might lose his base here. Trutacz doing as best he can to keep himself inside this game. While this is happening here, the DCs will finally get cleaned up as the Overlord does spawn, but the Nexus will go down. Trutacz keeping himself somewhat in this game here. Looks like there was a Hydra attack into Natural, but it will get cleaned up. The Nexus should fall. Dewalt will lose. Meanwhile, he cleans up the rest of the Hydras in the middle of the map. Ah, finally. Okay. Dewalt back on 3 bases. It's actually a pretty big problem for Dewalt. He only has 1 mining base for himself right now. Meanwhile, Trutacz, because he already lost a lot of drones and stuff, he can still rebuild drones and remine his main base. He still has and he has an Ultras carving out now for himself, so he has the tech. Can he defend his bases though? Dewalt needs to make a big counterattack. He's going to charge himself up the ramp here. Oh, why is the High Templar going first? High Templar will live. Needs to throw a storm off. Where's the storm? No! Dewalt missed micro. No storm just came out. The lurkers, man, they're going to be clean. The observer does fall, and Dewalt, what is happening? What is happening? Look at this. Though. Here comes a flank attack by Trutacz. Dewalt throws the weird storm out. We'll get that lurker. But here's the problem. Trutacz, he has 5 bases still mining. He has a lot of tech. He has the hive tech. No defilers yet, but he does have the Ultras Cavern. If he wants to go Sauron Zerg. And the Nexus will get cancelled here. So no 4th yet for Dewalt. Dewalt really needs that 4th. Then try to clear out this 9 o'clock here for himself. Ooh, nice storm on top of the ramp. Actually netting a lot of these Hydras and his lurkers out. Meanwhile, counterattack here by Trutacz coming into the 12 o'clock base. Will it work? There's no dark form for it though, but there's still some pretty beefy lurkers. Most one characters on the lurker here. Pretty awesome. More looking at person to push his way in. Oh, nice storm on top of those observing though. But Dewalt needs to be very careful not losing many probes. The Archon trying to do as best he can. The Archon will fall. Still 3 lurkers. Look at this. Dewalt reposition his army in the planet mid base here. A couple Zerglings trying to do the best they can to be annoying. So no gas for Dewalt as a 3rd. Lurker trying to push in a little bit more here. Trutacz going for the dive right now. He can definitely get the last 2 cannons here. 1 more cannon will fall. Maybe the last one. Meanwhile, Dewalt's just going for his last hurrah push. This Bulgarian Protoss, what is he doing? This Nexus could actually fall to these 2 lurkers. Dewalt trying to push in here, and GG! Oh man!